Hello and welcome everybody, and thank you guys for joining me. My name is Wilkie and I'm here with another Shadow Arena video. We're gonna be running down the patch notes like we did in the past. I did have a little bit of a break, like I said, because I was on vacation, but I'm finally back. So let's start to get things rolling again. The first thing here is this is the Tuesday's patch because of some vacational stuff happening for the Korean folks of Pearl Abyss, so we don't have a maintenance on Thursday but on Tuesday. Generally though, by the time you see this video, you already learned that the maintenance was shifted for 2 days. Without further ado, let's get to the meat of things. As usual, patch note, size and stuff, we don't really need that. Due to a high number of inquiries, we're adding more explanations regarding hero score calculations and hero ranking. Okay, so this is a big one because hero rank was very how should I say this, inconclusive and very weird in terms of how it works, how the fluctuation work, how it goes up and down, how it's calculated. So yeah, basically here is the explanation. Hero score is determined by comparing average number of kills per game, average survival rankings with total played time. This means that your hero score will be higher the longer you maintain high average number of kills and rankings. So essentially, the more games you play consistently good, the higher your score is going to be. The kicker, though, kind of comes down here. However, since the hero score is based on averages, unfair point calculations may be made if you only have 1 or 2 games of high performance and stop playing afterwards. Essentially, let's say you have like 2 20-kill games, so that might very well skew your rating. Thus, hero score is deducted as a percentage of the number of games played until 30 games and afterwards. So this is the, I guess, the most important thing here. 30 games is the key number. Before that, you don't really see your actual hero ranking, but rather a percentage or like a glimpse of it. That being said, this at least explains why some of the hero rankings are super weird, especially when you see these guys with like average kill death ratios of like 1.7, 2.2, 3 something, but they have like over 5,000 points and are well ahead of any others. So this is most likely why. So that means if you are interested in seeing your actual hero score, especially for the current event with the skins, I highly suggest doing at least 30 games. Just punch them on a number, use your phone, just freaking do a list so you know how many games you played with the hero. So you actually know that the score you're seeing is more likely the real deal and not something skewed. Generally though, this is going to be interesting. I don't play all that crazily much, especially not on the same hero, so it'd probably take a few days for me to get the hero ranking out there to my actual average. But yeah, they're just doing like math examples here. I don't think we have to go through that. Generally the gist is, before 30 games you don't really know what your hero score is going to be like, so just do 30 games, should be said, hopefully. So hero changes weren't that big. Or when explosive trap added misfire visual effect when the explosive trap is destroyed by another hero. Probably like a smaller explosion or it going poof maybe. Bari and Hailong increased movement speed after the first hit of basic attack, so they made it a little bit faster. Improved forward attack to be cancelled with movement. This means you don't have to do the whole freaking motion again. Decreased Hailong's basic attack damage by 9.6%, so they nerfed Hailong even further. Increased all damage except fixed damage by 10 times when hitting Hailong and increasing Hailong's HP by 10 times. So essentially what they're doing, they increased Hailong's HP by 8 times again after reducing it by 75%, but they also take the damage you do times 10. That is not included by fixed damage, and there's an explanation before that, because some heroes with fixed damage could easily kill Hailong, and that is to address that issue. Enable dismounting when running fast when mounted. Fixed an issue where an invisible wall blocks projectiles. Fixed an issue where RMB help command does not work. Fixed an intermittent issue where Hailong does not appear after respawn time. Fixed an issue where Hailong follows a party member when Bari dies in team mode. So there are still a few issues with that hero, and I still believe that there's going to be a few patches we have to get through to get Bari and Hailong in a sort of fixed, reasonably good state. But that's how it is. Tiger Chase, which is the second ability. Improved Hailong to dash quickly and attack when using Tiger Chase while dismounted mid-run. Reduced the maximum damage of level 2 by 20%. So essentially they just took it down a little bit more. The most important strategy against Bari is to first remove Hailong from the fight. That was very difficult. but some heroes with fixed damage were able to do so. So in that regard, that's why they did the HP stuff and change. Matchmaking system. Improved matchmaking system. We fixed the matchmaking algorithm so that bronze rank users do not match against top tier players. I still see some bronze people, but I guess that's just due to the number of players we have currently. I think with more people in the game, I wouldn't call it problems, but the innate flaws of the system will probably not be as apparent. Maybe even to an extent where they are removed completely. Generally though, according to this, you will not be matched with bronze if you're top tier, whatever that means. Only master players, maybe up to plat or diamond. Who the hell knows? Tournament system. Change the result screen of a tournament match to display rankings based on the tournament score. Ancient weapon. Fixed an issue where only 10% of the damage was applied when hitting a latent Impetorum. So, with this change, HP and HP region has been doubled. This is a change that goes with Bari and Hylang. Essentially the same problem that certain heroes had or didn't have against Hylang was kind of applied to ancient weapons now as well. Although I don't really know who other than Orwin, maybe Heroin, and maybe Ahankiris can actually attack Paturum. But hey. So yeah, this is a change that goes with Bari and Hylang. As a result, Latent and Paturum's HP has been reduced to around 1/5 of, so you can now aim to directly attack Latent and Paturum to destroy, I think that's a typo, destroy it, when you're in a tight spot. I still need to see that tight spot where you are actually able to attack Paturum. Maybe you can shoot matchlocks at it, I don't know, but I mean, for Latent, that may be a thing. However, it will take less damage from fixed damage like matchlocks than before, so this is exactly what I'm saying. Consumables, certain moves had fixed damage, are not able to deal as much damage anymore. However, they generally have less HP, so technically you can opt in to attack them. I highly advise not to do it, but yeah, generally they think it's a good idea. Maybe. Last but not least, other fixes and improvement. Added name color changes to bots depending on how much they leveled. So essentially we're at the point where bots now also have colored names. That means you don't always see the bot with a gray name, but also green, blue, yellow. I haven't seen a red bot yet, but technically it's probably possible too. So now it's a little bit harder to distinguish a real player from a bot. However, once you start hitting them or see how they move, it still is the same old deal. Fixed typos and inappropriate dialogues of Black Spirit in the tutorial. I don't know where he did something inappropriate, but apparently that's the thing. Changed the default chat mode of deathmatch into party chat, and fixed an issue where the weapon of Grey Inspector did not show. This is pretty much all for this weekly's patch. Like I said, this is the patch that was supposed to come out on Thursday, which essentially is the weekly maintenance, so it's not really that big. I guess the biggest thing is the hero change. Bari got a little bit of a touch-up, and that's it. Sadly, the player base is still kinda in a little bit of a diminishing state. I really hope that due to the advertisement that was announced for September, it's probably coming in October. But yeah, we shall see. Like I said, generally we're still in the process of recovering from the dodge mishap, I like to call it. Other than that, this is all for the patch. Like I said, nothing too big has changed, so the game remains in a relatively stable state. No bigger changes, just Hylang, which I suspect to be changed at least the next 2 maintenances as well, until we may get her in a playable state. Other than that, thanks everybody for joining me. I'll see you guys on next stream. Like I said, I stream every Monday at 1700 CST, and usually a second day, which right about now is usually Thursday. But I will announce those streams as usual on my Twitch, on my Twitter, in my Discord chat, so keep your eyes peeled for that. As far as anything else goes, I hope to see you guys either in the next stream or in the next video. Without that, I'll see you guys next time.